I went to a rave like 2 days ago, and the thumbnail for this video is what I looked at that rave. It was pretty cool. Now I'm back to being a chard, and I'm looking regular schmegler. Now, if you comment about my uneven piercings and kind of the redness that... Fuck you guys for pointing that shit out. Oh my god. It's because my piercing ball fell out and I had to replace it with jewelry ASAP, or else that shit would it would close up. Ugh, whatever, I don't care. Anyways, topic of this video is, why do you care so much about other things? Why do I care about so much about how other people view me? I always overthink every conversation I ever have. I remember I went home from the rave, and even though like so many people were like, bro, cool outfit, you look like that one creepypasta guy, oh my gosh, you look like a Terrifier a little bit, even though I didn't. But they were all geeked up on ecstasy or whatever they want. Anyways, yeah, I overthink like every conversation I ever have was like, am I being annoying? Am I intruding in their fucking space? Because at the rave, I was tweaking out. Not tweaking out like mentally, but like I was dancing. I was doing my moves. I was doing my SpongeBob move. I was doing, you know, the headbang move. I can't even dance to raves. I just pretend it's like I'm like a gig. I'm like a screamo show, and I just do like, I break my neck like that. That's literally all I do at raves. But they fuck with it. At least I give energy, I guess. I don't know. And then yeah, later after the rave, when I'm on the train back home and I'm like, you know, in depression mode, I'm like, oh, did I annoy people? Did I do this? Did I do that? Blah, blah, blah. And me and my friends got invited like backstage, like behind the DJ. And I tried to give him my samurai hat, but he said, no, no, no. Or like he waved me off, and I was like, oh, that was such an awkward thing for me to do. And it's like, I did it in front of everyone, and I overthink the whole thing. And I was like, you know, there was this one time, this girl handed me water, and she was like, pass it to everyone. I was like, I took a sip and then passed it back to her, and she was like, no, pass it to everyone. I was like, oh, okay. So I misheard her, like some other shit that happened. I don't know. And whenever I'm walking through the crowd, I feel really bad because there's just big, giant, sweaty fucking behemoth walking through, like looming over them, being like, sorry. And I spam the word sorry, excuse me, blah, blah, blah. But no matter what I do, I still overthink every interaction. And the one thing that I hate is thinking that I left a bad first impression, or that the person now thinks I'm weird, or etc. etc. And it wasn't like, it's not even like this mindset is my fault. Like, okay, it's my fault a little bit, but it's from years of like being told like, oh, be careful about what other people think. Be careful about what they talk about. You know, cut your hair, iron your shirt, do this, do that. Please be normal, fit in, and yeah, I don't care. I would rather be weird and not care what people think than normal and care a lot about what other people think. But now I just ended up being weird and still caring about what other people think. So I'm the fuck my life. Can't, like, I don't get it. Imagine you give birth to like a being, right? Like a little jit. You're giving birth to a little jit, and then instead of caring about what that jit thinks of themselves, you're telling that jit, yo, be careful of those around you. You need to conform to what they want from you, yeah? You need to look good in their eyes. It doesn't matter what you think about yourself. You need to look good to the people around you, because that's all that matters. And that was all that was said to me in my childhood, like day in, day out. Like, all I can remember is my mom saying, yo, be careful of how your hair is, or your clothes aren't ironed, this, that, and the other. And it's like, none of those people even noticed those things. No one noticed me at school, really. I really kept to myself, or like, not to sound like a loser, Homer Uchiha Chudtachi, fucking sage of the six loners. But yeah, I really didn't do shit in secondary school or primary school or whatever school. I only became a human around like 18, maybe even last year I started being a human, I guess. And then, you know, and now I'm fine with it, because, you know, everyone else had like all their childhood to like grow up and have bad social interactions so they could eventually be good, right? I'm still stuck at having bad social interactions, because I just, compared to other people, I didn't have that many growing up. So now my social interactions suck dick when I'm in my 20s, right? I'm 20 years old, by the way. I'm not even unk. Don't you dare call me fucking unk. I saw that shit. And yeah, now I'm just being bad at social interactions, and people take that in the wrong way. They think, well, what is this fucking loser? Which they're correct about, but it's not my fault. I'm learning social interactions in my 20s. I'm a late bloomer, guys. I'm a late bloomer. Whatever, I don't care. But yeah, don't care about what other people think. Be weird. Have something about you. Have like a, you know, something that you do that's like quite interesting. You know, maybe you love dick cheese, you love the smell of dick cheese, or maybe you love licking toes like I do, or sweaty armpits, or a bush, or it doesn't even have to be sexual. It can just be like you love taking a shit and smearing shit all over your hands and like just layering that on your fucking face, right? It doesn't have to be sexual. Just do something that's interesting about you that people haven't heard before, or that you enjoy, even if it is the most bizarre JoJo's Bizarre Adventures mentioned. Bizarre thing ever. Okay, that's it. Too much talking. Never find an outro suitable. Actually, I'll outro with showing you my dog, my great dog, Cody.